So, in researching for the latest episode of the Unranked podcast, I was surprised by how much official information was out there about the Xbox Series X. The problem? It's scattered across the internet. A tidbit here, a comment from Phil Spencer there. It was incredibly frustrating trying to piece the puzzle together. But I did it, and wanted to make a video that had all that information in one place. The next generation of Xbox consoles is simply known as Xbox, and the first console in the generation, Xbox Series X, will launch holiday 2020. It is approximately 12.2 inches tall and 6.2 inches wide and deep, and yes, it can be laid on its side. It comes with a new controller, very similar to the ones packaged with the Xbox One, but with some key differences. It will retain features such as rumble bumpers and triggers, but is slightly smaller and rounded in comparison. Microsoft has stated this is because they've discovered this new form factor will fit even more hands. The D-pad is being given a similar form factor to the dish on the Elite controller and will include a dedicated share button for screenshots and gaming clips. In addition, any controller that works with the Xbox One will work with the Series X. Okay, back to the console itself. It sports a custom CPU chip from AMD, which allows for a theoretical 12 teraflops of computing power. Comparing that to the One X, which is around 6 teraflops, it is essentially twice as powerful. But what does that mean for real-world use? Well, Microsoft is targeting 4K at 60 frames per second as the default for games, but the console itself will support 8K and 120 frames per second output. This is in no ways an admission that one day games on the Series X will run at that resolution and frame rate, simply that the console can achieve that output. To assist with the experience is a solid-state drive and an auto low latency mode. The hope is that load times will become a thing of the past, and with some help from Project xCloud, the moment you've purchased a game is the same moment you can start playing it. Series X will also be fully backwards compatible, meaning any game you can play on the One X, including back-compat OG Xbox and 360 titles, will run on the new hardware as well. We don't have any wording on price. However, one could expect it to be at least the $500 of the Xbox One X. Project Scarlet for a long time was rumored to be two separate consoles, Anaconda and Lockhart. The Series X is the former of the two, and for a long while it had seemed that Microsoft was scrapping the lower power, disk driveless Lockhart. But information has come out recently that Lockhart is back on the table, and that it will offer the same performance disparity as the One S did to the One X, targeting 1440p at 60 frames per second. Whether Lockhart will launch alongside Series X or comes to fruition at all remains to be seen. So there you have it, every tidbit of information we have on Series X, as well as a potential Series S console. For more in-depth talk on all things next-gen, make sure to tune in to the Unranked podcast, available on all podcasting platforms.